So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, the purpose is very simple. Number one, we want you to revise and consolidate your current affairs on a daily basis. And what better way to revise and consolidate your current affairs than by getting the much needed MCQ practice from them? Okay, so through this lecture series, we cover your current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, if you make this lecture series a daily habit of yours, then these 4 to 5 MCQs on a daily basis would add up to more than 1200 MCQs by the time you're ready for your next year's UPSC Prelims exam. And ask any serious aspirant, 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. I'm not talking about static subjects like polity, geography, history. No. 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone are more than sufficient. And current affairs forms the most important portion of your UPSC examination, especially prelims. Around 40 to 50% of your exam, prelims exam, directly or indirectly is related to current affairs. Now, if you consolidate these current affairs, you would have won half of your battle. Okay, so make sure you make this lecture series a daily habit of yours, because through this you would have practiced enough MCQs for current affairs and you won't feel nervous at all while appearing for this examination. Okay, you would feel pretty confident, especially about current affairs. Okay, so as far as current affairs are concerned, you need not be scared about them for your UPSC prelims examination, because you would have practiced ample MCQs from that. Okay, so make it a daily habit of yours. Enough of the introduction, let's straight away jump into the discussion with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding tuberculosis. It is a respiratory tract infection caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. India has the highest TB case burden in the world. Multi-drug resistant TB is treated with isoniazid and rifampicin, the two most powerful last-line anti-TB drugs. Okay, so what is tuberculosis? Well, tuberculosis affects your respiratory tract and is caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. That's absolutely correct. Now, recently, Global TB report was released. Okay, and Global TB report is released by WHO. And it says that India has the highest burden of TB cases all over the world. Second rank is of Indonesia. So India and Indonesia have close to 50% of TB cases in the world. Close to 50%. Okay. So India has the highest burden and Indonesia has the second highest burden. So this statement is also correct. Now, TB is a treatable infection. Whenever someone contacts TB, okay, or is infected with TB, they are given some medicines. Those medicines are antimicrobials or antibiotics. Okay, and their course of antibiotics lasts for 6 months. Okay, so it is a 6 months medicine course. Now, whenever someone contracts TB, well, they are given some powerful antibiotics. These powerful antibiotics are isoniazid and rifampicin. But sometimes people are infected with a particular type of Mycobacterium tuberculosis which is resistant to isoniazid and rifampicin. When that happens, that person is believed to be infected by multi-drug resistance TB. Multi-drug resistant TB is that form of TB which is resistant to these drugs. Okay, then they are given more powerful antibiotics. Okay, so isoniazid and rifampicin are first line of antibiotics, first line of anti-TB drugs, not last line, first line. Okay, but if someone is not getting treated, or if someone is not feeling better after these drugs, well, then that person is understood to have multi-drug resistance TB, multi-drug resistant TB, and then he's given a powerful antibiotic, more powerful than these two drugs, and that antibiotic is bedaquiline. Okay, so this statement is false, because multi-drug resistance TB happens when these two antibiotics are not working for you. Okay, so this is false only to B. Question 2. Consider the following regarding 8 core sectors of Indian economy. The combined weight of these sectors in the index of industrial production is 40.27%. The index of 8 core industries is published monthly by National Statistical Office. Okay, the highest weight among these 8 industries is that of electricity. All right. Now, there are 8 industries in India which are classified as core industries. These are coal, crude oil, natural gas, okay, steel, refinery, refinery products, petroleum or refined petroleum products. Okay, then there is fertilizer, cement, and electricity. Okay, so these are the 8 core sectors. Why are they called core sectors? Because our country's entire economy is dependent on them. Now, we also measure our industrial activity through an index called Index of Industrial Production. And the weightage of these 8 sectors in IIP is 40.27%. This is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, Index of Industrial Production is measured, compiled, and published on a monthly basis by NSO, which is under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Okay. So, IIP is made by NSO. But there is another index called Index of 8 Core Industries, ICI, which measures the performance of only these 8 industries. Now, this ICI is published monthly. That is correct. But it is published monthly not by NSO, but it is published monthly by Office of Economic Advisor. Okay, which is under Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, so IIP is calculated by NSO, but ICI is calculated by Office of Economic Advisor. So this is false. Now, among these 8 industries, the highest weightage is given to refinery products. Second highest is electricity. Okay, and last is fertilizers. So the highest weight among these 8 industries is that of electricity. No, second highest is electricity, highest is refinery products. So this is also false. One only. Okay, question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding the weather phenomena Gota Freya or cold drop. So it occurs when warm air descends over the cold waters of the Mediterranean Sea. This weather phenomena is caused by trapped air of subtropical jet stream. It is a common occurrence in Spain and usually coincides with the onset of autumn and spring in the western Mediterranean. Now, recently, torrential rainfall happened in Spain, which caused massive floods and loss of lives. Now, the weather phenomena which caused these floods or rainfall is called Gota Freya in Spanish and cold drop in English. Okay, it is also called Dana in Spanish. Now, when does it happen? So it is a common occurrence in Spain. Almost on an annual basis, this cold drop happens. Okay, and it generally happens during autumn and spring months in Western Mediterranean. This part is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, why does it happen? The thing is, during these autumn or spring months, the air close to the ground, Mediterranean Sea, is warm. But the upper layers of air are cold. Sometimes this cold air descends quickly to the ground and it replaces this warm air, and this warm air rises upwards. Okay, so because of its sheer weight and density, cold air descends. That is why it is called cold drop. It descends and warm air is forced to rise. Now, warm air, because of its high temperature, has a higher ability to carry moisture. So this warm air carries moisture from Mediterranean Sea. When it rises upwards, it forms clouds and it rains heavily. Okay, so it occurs when warm air descends, no, cold air descends over the warm waters or warm air which is closer to the ground. Okay, so this part is false. Now, where cold air comes from? So this cold air actually comes from polar jet stream. Jet streams are winds blowing in the upper altitudes. Okay, so there are 2 types of winds. One are called surface winds, which surface winds blow closer to the ground. But in the upper layers of the atmosphere, there are also winds which are called jet streams. Now, there are 2 types of jet streams, polar jet streams and subtropical jet streams. Okay, this cold air which descends on Mediterranean Sea comes from polar jet streams, not subtropical jet streams, because subtropical jet streams are a little warmer. Okay, so only 3 is correct. Which of the above statements are not correct? Okay, so they have asked not correct. So 1 is not correct, 2 is not correct. A. Question 4. Which of the following are correct regarding electronic voting machines in India? The control unit of EVMs use rechargeable alkaline cells. The EVM control unit has a power back of 5 single-use alkaline cells which have a shelf life of 5 years. So the batteries used in electronic voting machines are they actually belong to the category of alkaline cells, but these alkaline cells are non-rechargeable. So the batteries of EVMs are non-rechargeable. Okay, so this statement is false. But yes, it contains 5 cells. So each EVM has 5 such cells, and their life is that of 5 years. So this part is correct. Okay, and last, which of the following is our correct regarding Prohibition of Child Marriage Act? Under this law, the party that was a minor at the time of marriage can annul marriage anytime. Sexual activity in such a marriage is punishable under POCSO. Legally, annulment is equivalent to a divorce. Okay, so look, in our country, there is this law called Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, which was enacted in 2006. Under this, any man who is less than the age of 21 and female who is less than the age of 18, if they get married, it would be considered child marriage. Okay. Now, under this PCMA, if a particular person was a minor, okay, if a female was less than the age of 18 when she got married, then she has the option under this act to annul that marriage. Okay, anytime by informing the authorities. So she can inform the authorities anytime that when she got married, she was a minor and her marriage would get annulled. Now, listen to me carefully. Now, you can end a marriage through annulment or divorce. Okay, legally speaking, these two terms are different. Annulment means that your marriage gets cancelled. This means that as if you never got married, your marriage was not legal. So, as if you never got married. This is what annulment does. Divorce is basically that you got married, but now you are separating. So, divorce actually acknowledges the existence of marriage prior to divorce. Annulment actually cancels that marriage. It doesn't recognize that marriage. Divorce recognizes the marriage, but says that now these two people are not living together and they are separated. So this is the legal definition or legal difference between the two. Annulment means cancellation. Divorce means marriage was there, but now these two people are no longer married. Okay. So one acknowledges the existence of marriage, the other does not even acknowledge the existence of marriage. Now the thing is, under PCMA, a female can say after a few years that when she got married, she was a minor, therefore she wants to annul her marriage. But she can only do that up till 2 years after she attains the age of 18. So let's suppose a female got married when she was 15. She stays in that marriage till 18 years of age. In fact, when she becomes 20 years old, she realizes that her marriage can be annulled because she was a child when she got married. So she can ask for annulment of her 2 years after she achieves the age of 18. Only 2 years. So before the age of 20, she can cancel her marriage. But when she becomes 21, she cannot ask for annulment of her marriage. She can go for divorce. Okay. So the party that was minor at the time of marriage can annul marriage anytime, not anytime, up till 2 years after achieving the age of 18. So this is false. Now, if she got married at 15, okay, and her husband performed any sexual activity with her when she was 16 or 17. Now, sexual activity below the age of 18 is punishable under POCSO, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences. It is considered a sexual offence against a child because anyone who is less than the age of 18 is a child. So that husband can be prosecuted under POCSO. So this is correct. Legally, annulment is equivalent to divorce. I just explained in the beginning. Annulment is different from divorce. Okay, so only two. All right. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it added value to your preparation, but it would add more value if you revise this lecture also. And how can you revise this lecture? By reading the detailed solutions to each and every question discussed in this lecture. And where can you find the detailed solutions to each and every question discussed in this lecture? Through our PDF file. Okay. Now, the PDF file for this lecture is available on our Telegram channel. All you need to do is go on the link shared in the comment section below this video. So I have shared a link, Telegram channel link, in the comment section below this video. All you need to do is click on that link. It will take you to our Telegram channel. And from there, you can download the PDF for not just this lecture, but all the other lectures featuring on our YouTube channel. All right. So on that note, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everyone.